Yo, what's up, friends? Let's see here. Alright, concert C triad. Here we go. Alright. So now, let's connect the notes of that triad in the same rhythm with eighth notes. And we're enclosing the notes of that triad with half steps, whole steps, whatever works, whatever's close to the note, right? So what I came up with is this, and this is just what sounds good to me. There's a million different possibilities, but here it is. Alright? So this is amazing. This has been already a life-changing exercise for me as I'm practicing it in all 12 keys, all 12 triads, which I don't have quite yet. I don't really have it that proficient. I've got it pretty good, or like somewhat good, in 4 or 5 triads, but I wanted to make this video to talk about it and kind of express why it's been so cool to me for a number of reasons. So number one is, once again, that was a concert C triad. It's my D triad. So number one, it's cool because it's a loop, right? So you go up the triad and back down, and then you land on the root where you started. So it's an exercise that you can loop over and over again, just while you're watching TV or YouTube videos, or it's an easy thing to sing just while you're walking around the house. Right? So it's a close little cell that's super chromatic, and it sounds really good to me. That's just me. And it feels good on the fingers, it's fun to sing, and I feel like I hear it a lot in recordings, this kind of thing. Maybe not that exact sequence, but the way guys will kind of like go over the top with stuff. You know? And what I just did there, that brings me to my next point. So it's a cool thing to practice, as I've been finding, in the circle of fifths, right? So that was a C triad, and I'm just going to continue to talk in concert because that's maybe easier. So you go up the C triad, C, E, G, E, C, and when you land on that C, so the next note in the circle of fifths is F, right? Or the other way, if you're gonna do the descending, the circle of fourths, really. Rhythm changes bridges kind of thing. So C7 to F7, let's say. So when you are thinking that way, then that C is the 5th degree of that new triad. So C is the 5 of F, right? So if we're talking just the triad, that's a new 5 of our F triad. So it's fun to practice connecting these little cells by, instead of starting on the root of the next one, you're going to start on the 5, which you naturally lead into with the exercise. So it sounds something like this. And you could keep going down the circle of fifths, or you can just loop back and just do a 5-1 kind of thing. So I'm thinking like C7 to F major right now, really. So I'll just loop back and forth, right? not that clean. I'm playing a little too fast. So that's cool. You get some dominant chord descending action, and you can keep it going too if you want. You don't have to go back to C. Could keep going around the circle, go to B flat, right? So let me see if I can do this right. That would sound like this. And then I just went to E flat there for a second. And that's kind of where I've left off as far as me getting fluent with these shapes. I still need to keep practicing going around, you know. So that's another cool thing, right? One other thing that I realized while doing this with the triads is that, so let's talk about that C to F again, right? So a C triad based on the 5, you know, like if you, let's say we're playing like an F major 9 chord. So that's just an F triad and a C triad stacked on top of each other, right? So F major 9. Or if you want to think of it as, you know, maybe it just depends on the context, but it could be C7 to F, you know? But it's the same notes, right? So potentially as I develop this, it could be that I'm practicing enclosing the whole major 9 chord, which could just be stacking the same shape, the same exercise. It's just you play the F1 and then you play the C1. Well, let's see. So I've never done this before. I'm just like saying this out loud. So. Whatever. That's a possibility, though. I can't do it right now. But you know, these are just a few points that I wanted to record on video and put out there because I can. And you don't have to be a master of something to share your thoughts on it, despite what the jazz world might have you believe. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have any thoughts or anything, give me a comment or shoot me a message. Thanks. Cheers.